I apologize if my content is a little off this episode. I just brushed my teeth, so I'm not going to be drinking a beer for the first time maybe ever. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 122 of Ignore the Backlog podcast. My name is the real Portz, and Evil Space Bunny is here, and I've gotten nasally for some reason.
You got real nasally for some reason.
I got nasally. I couldn't stop it. I felt it coming, and I couldn't stop.
Just
I still can't.
You're out of control.
I'm out of control. In a very silly way.
Absolutely.
Bunny?
What? Hi. I'm
How
here.
you doing?
I just woke up from a nap. I'm a little tired.
Loosey-goosey.
A little
Yeah.
goosey. I know.
All right.
I got the post-warm bed fuzzies still when you're still warm and you're happy because you
That
just
sounds
got out of
great,
bed.
because it's so cold in my room right now.
You were so focused on playing your fucking video game addiction that you didn't even realize how cold you got.
Yeah.
Let me just put that into perspective for you.
Mm-hmm. No, I understand that. It's more frequent for me to not eat or something, like ignore some other bodily warning signs. But this time it was the weather.
You're just like, fuck everything. Must consume game. Sail the seas.
Look, I'm behind, okay? I have to get out there, get after it.
Are you behind now?
I'm pretty much, yeah. I mean, almost everyone I know is 50, like the sort of soft cap.
Uh-huh. Didn't you hit
And I am
50?
not.
Oh, you're
No, I'm
not.
45. Yeah.
Oh, fucking 45 amateur hour.
I know. I'm the worst.
What are you going to do? Keep grinding?
Probably just, yeah, I mean, play every now and then. I'm okay, so we'll just get into my games, I guess.
Yeah, let's get into your games. Let's do it. No banter. Just game.
Lost Ark is the game we're talking about, by the way. Yeah, so I've played 46 hours of this thing, and that feels like a lot in a week to me.
That's in a week?
I'm pretty sure it's been out a week.
Oh my God, Portz.
Pretty sure.
Okay.
Pretty sure.
Came out the 11th, didn't it? It's been almost 2 weeks. It's like a week and a little bit over.
Not even a half.
Not even a half. I'll give you that. Okay.
Not even a half. Also, I didn't start on day one because I didn't know I was going to like it, as with many things. I could probably see. Isn't there a way to see when I first got it?
Maybe? I don't think so.
Well, you'll have to believe me.
I'll believe you.
Yeah, so I have, the reason I'm so behind is like, life shit plus I have been leveling with Fabian to like get her into the game with my alt.
Mm-hmm.
So I have like another like level 25 character as well, which most people do not have at this point. So I'm ahead on the alt game. If it's about how many alts you have, I'm ahead of many people.
You're winning the alt game. Fair enough.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I tell myself when I go to sleep. I chug melatonin and I go, hey, what about that alt, huh? Nobody can touch it.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's going great. The story, surprisingly, was my favorite part so far. I trash talked it a little bit last week, I think.
Okay.
But there have been some developments. It's still stupid and dumb, but it goes fucking big.
Ooh, okay.
There are set piece moments and anime over the top fight moments that are just incredible. And the amount of areas they send you to are super cool. Somebody likened it to an episode of Doctor Who or Rick and Morty where they just go somewhere, have a little story, and that's it. Like it's just its own self-contained thing. But the great thing about that is that they go to many places. So this game is like that, where you seriously, an area Probably takes an hour at most to complete. Well, no, that's probably not true. Not an hour, because then I would have done 45 places. It's probably 5 hours.
Okay.
And yeah, I mean, they just keep coming. The more I think, oh, they're gonna send me back to old places, and I'm hearing from people that are 50 going, I'm still doing the story, and there's still more places. I'm like, holy fuck.
Wow.
That's great.
All right.
I don't think I'm gonna be lacking for content in this game.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. And apparently this is withheld. They've withheld content in the Western release.
Yeah.
So they've got, more shit that's already been developed waiting to come out, which is like, Jesus, like everyone's been complaining about the endgame in MMOs. And this MMO is like, we've been out for 3 years and boom, now's the time. Now we just unleash this avalanche of content slowly on top of you. It's great.
Yeah. They're like, next target's America.
And the EU, which we don't really care about.
Yeah.
Because they don't spend money.
No. That sounds
Apparently that's true.
No, they are they're very anti loot box because it's very gambling, and they have like a lot of gambling stuff like in their media as it is.
Laws.
But they also have a lot of anti gambling stuff in their media, so they get like this like big bash from both sides.
Yeah. So. I bet it's like culturally more made fun of there too. Like if you were to tell somebody you gambled in a video game, like, what the fuck are you talking about? I mean, in the United States, it's kind of like that too, depending on who you talk to. But there's definitely pockets of people where you're like, yeah, I get it. Yeah. Especially with Genshin Impact, like Jesus Christ, I know a bunch of people that spent a bunch of money on that game. I'm the guy who spends money usually, and I'm like, nah, I'm not touching that fucking game.
Yeah, that's fair. It's definitely different over there, and I think we have a bigger influence from like where a lot of like pay to win stuff happens in mobile games and stuff, and that usually comes from like like Japan and like Korea and like China with all these other these little mobile games, and then they slowly infiltrated us. Like it started in Facebook. If you want to get down to it, we can all blame Mark Zuckerberg.
Yeah,
for Farmville,
I don't need the details
and shit like that that like infiltrated our lives. I remember there was like so many articles going around back in like the early 2000s of people like blowing up and spending ridiculous amounts of money on Farmville and stuff.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Anyway, this is about Lost Ark now.
Lost Ark. Yeah, I think there's so many things I want to say. Like, literally, I've got 2 people I'm trying to like talk to about this game. Like, because of the events that have happened. I'm like, we have to have a conversation. They're like, I know. I've been waiting for you to get to this point. I did not expect this game to be that kind of game. That's like a Telltale back in the day kind of thing. Yeah. Or like a BioWare thing. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, any game with like a good story. That's good. I'm kind of surprised that you're digging the anime extreme cutscenes, because I've seen some of them. And I'm like, holy shit, this is a weeb paradise. And then again, one of your favorite games, Nier Automata, has over-the-top anime cutscenes.
I've been watching Arcane. I've been watching the Dota anime. I think I'm just an anime guy now.
You're a closet
I'm just
weeb.
an anime guy now.
Yeah.
Well, I would never use that word for myself. But I'll use it less as an attack on other people now. How about that?
Okay, there you go. There you go. There you go. It happened. You heard it here first. Okay, so you're having a good time still with Lost Ark. You're not at level 50 yet, but you're almost there.
No. And when I don't get to play it, I'm not upset. Like, oh man, I'm so behind. I mean, I made a joke about that earlier.
Yeah.
It's nice to just be, because everything's soloable. Like, I don't have to wait on anyone. I don't have to coordinate with anybody. Like, you just solo everything. Okay. I think some of the late game stuff you need to group up for, but I'm not there yet. It's fine. They'll be the experts by the time I get there. They'll carry me through. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, they'll hold your hand and everything will be fine.
Yeah, I can't wait. I love having people explain shit to me. There's like crafting stuff. There's so many goddamn systems to learn in this game, but they piecemeal them out so beautifully that you don't get overwhelmed. At least I haven't. Which is, I got overwhelmed with Path of Exile very quickly because of this exact same thing. Where level 1, they're like, here's the Chaos Orb, and here's the And you're like, what? Skill gem in there, but if you pair it with this other one, it doesn't link up. And then which maps do I have to fucking farm? Fuck all that shit. All right, let people just click on an NPC, skip through all the dialogue, kill a bunch of shit, repeat, and then all of a sudden I'm having a conversation that matters. Mm-hmm. Where did this come from? Not all at once. Oh, Jesus. Yeah. They get you hooked, and this is the exact same thing that happened to RuneScape. Like, there's so much complicated shit in RuneScape, but all you have to do is fish for fucking 4 days at work, and then you're like, oh, I'm invested in the game now. You know? I've made some progress that I want to hold on to and learn the systems that are needed to make my account better. Not, you need to learn the systems at level 1. Fuck that.
No.
So Lost Ark is probably the most accessible MMO I've ever played.
Wow. Okay. That's a big statement.
It's ruthlessly efficient as well. I don't know if I talked about, I honestly don't remember all the stuff I said last week, but one of my favorite things about this game is that when you're doing your grindy little quests through the story, like side quests and stuff, they group them all together, most of them.
Yeah.
And when you finish, like, say you get a quest from Bob, right? You're like, thanks, Bob. I'll take care of that. See you soon. Yeah. And he goes, don't fucking bother. Take this shit to Ethan when you're done. And you're like, what? I'm not coming back to Bob? No. Bob doesn't want to fucking see you anymore. So you go to his brother Ethan in the next town over where you start your new quests.
Okay.
You don't have to go back. It's beautiful. There's no backtracking.
Ooh, okay. That's nice. Fuck
it's all just forward momentum. It's amazing.
Yeah, that was the biggest, I think, fault with like World of Warcraft. There's a lot of backtracking and a lot of quests.
Go to this circle and then come back to the same point. In this game, it's go to that circle, and then right next to that circle is the guy to turn it into. It's amazing.
Yeah, I like shit like that. Fuck.
Yeah.
So, Okay.
Yeah, so Lost Ark, fucking
amazing. 10
out of 10 for me so far.
Wow.
It's wonderful. I love it.
Good. I'm glad you're having a good time with it, honestly.
That being said, I'm trying to get to 50 before Wednesday because there's a Dota patch coming up.
I know. We're going to talk about it.
It was a little rough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So last week I messaged you after the podcast, like immediately after the podcast. I was like, fuck, I forgot to talk about this game.
Oh.
Last week, I played a game called Zenith VR. Zenith MMO. It's a VR MMO.
Yeah.
And that's an interesting concept because no one's done that yet.
Yeah, no one's done a VR
as
MMO.
far as I'm aware.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks pretty rough. It looks like you would think the technology is capable of producing, which is like 2004 graphics, probably.
You mean the metaverse?
It is stylized in a way that's like, okay, I can deal with this. It's got some goofy, wonky shit in it. I think it might be the first game where I can deal with the joystick controls instead of like teleporting it. Like you just shove forward and you.
Yeah.
I forget what they call that. It's like smooth movement or something like that.
Yeah, I think it is smooth movement.
Because they do a cool thing, which is like put a vignette around your eyes so that your focus is super narrowed. So you're not like seeing all the environment go by.
Yeah.
Which helps me a lot. It doesn't really make me sick, which is a new experience in that mode of transport for me.
Okay, that's good.
The game feels empty as fuck. It feels like a tech demo.
Yeah.
There were some people walking around, which was, is what it is. But even the NPCs and like stuff to do in the world, it just doesn't feel fleshed out. And it's not a finished game. It's in early access, I think.
Yeah, I figured.
But it does. You just have to prepare yourself for that stuff. I think it's a totally competent game, and they could build on it. And I hope they do.
Okay.
I think that'd be really fun. I think the problem with the MMO genre is it's a little grindy. I have no idea if this game is grindy.
Yeah.
I don't know. I hope it's not, because no one wants to be standing in their fucking living room for 50 hours a week.
Yeah.
Well, some people do, but it's not me, and most people, I think.
The VR addicts. It's made for them.
They do one thing that I think is a dope. Well, it's a little gimmicky, but VR's for the gimmicks, right?
Yeah.
So crafting in MMOs is usually like you gather the materials or whatever, and then you just click a button and then watch a progress bar.
Yeah.
That's what crafting in almost every MMO is, including Lost Ark. This game is like, we're in VR, baby. Push this button, pull out your kitchen, and we're going to fucking cook this goddamn cookie. Get out your goddamn pots and pans.
Get them out.
Put this battery in your oven, and let's get to fucking work.
There's a battery for the oven? That's adorable. Is
yeah,
it like
it's kind of how it's powered. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Is it like a fuck?
Easy bake?
Yes, thank you.
Kinda, yeah. It's very simple. I think you would have a good time laughing at it.
Oh my god.
Because it's like the cookie recipe is like, put this flour just directly into the pan, and then pour the milk, and then you have to like turn the knob equal to like this so like a knob on a stove. There's like the dial or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They have a thing in game that's like going back and forth, and you have to like follow it. So it's a little more interactive.
Okay.
But it's kind of silly. I hope that it doesn't get a little too crazy, because who wants to be like actually cooking fucking meals? I mean, maybe some people do, but
there's whole cooking.
I thought it was a very cool way.
Great.
I don't know if there's like other crafting where you have to like actually like tinker with shit. That'd be kind of interesting.
You have to actually chop trees.
Yeah, I mean that wouldn't be that bad, as long as it's like one hit or something. I don't want to be sitting there for 45 minutes on one tree. Damn this level 1 axe.
You gotta keep
so
leveling
yeah,
your
I think it's a cool package.
Okay.
And I hope that they finish it and add more shit in it. That'd be cool.
We'll see. VR is very gimmicky, so there has been a lot of VR projects that I've seen started that just Yeah.
Fizzle out. Not enough people have it still, I think, is one of the main problems.
Yeah, just like the PlayStation 5. So, Sony and them have that in common. Got him.
Not to take up all of our time, but the other game that we played is we tried the forest again.
You went back to the forest. Okay.
After your comments about the story,
Holy
we were
fuck.
like, you know what? I'm curious.
So good.
And goddamn, I don't think I'm going to make it.
I think that game, you definitely kind of have to know what you're doing. And I think you have to look at a guide. And I started thinking about it after I brought it up the other day. And I was like, oh, yeah, Portz is going to have a hard time if he doesn't want to look at anything on where to go and stuff like that. Because it is.
Yeah, it's crazy because there's no map. It's like you have to remember where everything is. It's like, holy shit.
You get a map eventually. So the way that we did it was we used markers, and we would find caves to explore, and if we would mark the caves, and then we would come back when we were a little bit more prepared. And then once we went through the cave and it was done, we would change the marker to a different color. So it kind of helped us keep track.
So the markers are literally just the house thing, like you set up a temporary sleeping area, right?
Well, no, not even the temporary sleeping area. There's actually like a flag marker. So you can mark stuff. So we did that with water.
I looked everywhere.
Yeah.
Do you have to earn that?
No, it's in the basic survival handbook thing.
All right.
It's like cloth, some sticks, and some stones to hold up the thing, and that's it.
Oh, you're making your inventory.
Yeah, and then you put it down.
Oh, I was checking the crafting. Okay.
Yeah. It's in the little book. You should find it in the book.
The building, rather.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's what we did, and we would mark them, and we would like.
That would help immensely.
Yeah, it helped us keep track of everything, and eventually you do get a map, and it gets you through the stuff, and then you get a map of the caves, and that's the biggest. That's the big boy.
Wait, they're all connected?
Mm-mm.
Oh, so different. Well, okay. Anyway, I don't need to know every mechanic on the podcast. This is the Forest Podcast, episode 65. Bunny is explaining once again the basic mechanics of the game to me.
No, I would look up a guide.
So here's been our experience. Okay, we started over.
Yeah.
We spawned on the plane. We're like, we need an area because we've been through this once before, where we're safe from the motherfuckers that come for you.
Yeah.
We're not going to attack them this time, but I looked up on the wiki. That doesn't really matter.
It does, actually.
It does, but not in the way we thought.
Okay.
They come more often if you attack them more.
Yeah.
I think is the...
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And
they come anyway.
There's some that will So there's the different factions. There are some that will constantly attack you no matter what, the gray ones. But there's some that you can actually intimidate. So there is an intimidation mechanic in there. So, like, if you charge at them but don't swing, they'll just fucking run off sometimes.
Right. And we've experienced that.
Yeah, and so...
I mean, not consistently. I can't say that it's worked every time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, okay.
But there is those mechanics, but it depends on what color they are. The gray ones are the worst.
Yes.
By far. The other ones you can usually leave alone and they won't attack you necessarily for a while. So we didn't get attacked until our third night, I think. Because we just left everyone alone.
You probably had more done on the third night than we did.
Possibly, but yeah.
So we chose our location based on where they could get us.
Yeah.
And we found a rock to glitch them on. That sort of had a moat around it.
Yeah.
And so every time they would come, we would just jump to that rock and they would sit there and stare at us. But as we started building stuff, they would start destroying our shit.
Oh, no.
Which was annoying.
Yeah.
But, there is no creature that can touch us on that rock, which is nice, but we're also anchored to that spot. So every time we go exploring, we can't really establish anywhere else because that's the only spot that we're actually safe at. I don't know. So we also have a tree house, which helps against some enemies.
Yeah.
Not all of them, I think. It's hard to tell.
Yeah.
We've had the Molotov boys throw Molotovs at us, and it didn't really seem to catch us on fire, but that's an unproven theory. There's also the guys that jump across the trees.
Yeah, those guys are weird.
I assume could probably get in, but that hasn't happened yet. Yeah, it's a wild thing because we're just watching all this go down on this fucking rock, dying of hypothermia, trying to wait till they leave. It's fantastic.
Great.
We've been using this rock, like I said, as our base, and we finally got enough bones from burning all their bodies to make full bone armor and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we went out exploring. One fight in, Fabian's bone armor is gone from 3 hits from one of the gray dudes.
Yeah.
And then we're like, well, that was a fucking waste of time. Shit. So I think we need to explore more early on. It's probably how we have to
possibly
go about that. And now that we know about markers, that helps even more.
Yeah, it will help you find we put one next to the water, the fresh water and stuff like that. We had a pretty legit spot where we were. We found an island between the rivers and they don't swim, so
that's lovely.
Yeah.
I bet you watched a bunch of them drown.
They don't swim. They don't go in the water.
Ours did because of this glitchy rock. They run up into the fucking water and just some of them don't go in there, but some of them every now and then, I'd say 1 out of 10 will just run into the water and stay there until they fucking die. Hilarious.
Okay, I didn't see that, but that sounds hilarious.
Yep.
Okay.
So we're not done with it. I was kind of kidding earlier, but it is a frustrating game to try to learn the mechanics yourself.
It is very hard. I was very lucky to have Zach and Phil to help me with that. So they basically held my dumb baby hand and put me in the little stroller and carried me around. And they're like, okay, we're going over here.
Is this the hardest survival game that you've played?
This is probably one of the hardest survival games I've played, yeah. Honestly. Yeah. If I didn't have them, it probably would have been 10 times harder.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
They had me, like, I was the person who found stuff, and that's where we would go.
Right.
So they would have me run around and scout during the day, and then they would base bitch it.
Right.
Sort of. So, but yeah.
Well, that's cool.
So I'd run around, find spots, and yeah, we'd go exploring. Or dying. I think I died. They didn't. I died. But, okay. So, yeah, you're going to keep trying the 4s.
Yep.
I think it's worth it for just the twist at the end. It just fucking, what the fuck? It's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Okay. It's so surprising because, I mean, the only bit of story I've seen is the opening cutscene.
Yeah, like, you're just like, oh, what the fuck is a bunch of cannibals going to do?
Right.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I assume you find Timmy
weirder.
or something.
You do.
Yeah.
I will say that.
Right. I mean, I assume it's the only thing on my notepad.
Find Timmy.
Yeah.
Very important notes. Find Timmy, my son.
Find your son. Good thing you fucking wrote that down, dude. Sounds like a good dad.
Sounds like a great dad. But yeah.
There's nothing to do on this island except find your son. And you have written that down in case you forget.
Yeah, he's on it. He's a professional dad right there. Dad of the year.
I can't wait for our two characters to find out we're looking for the same kid. We're gonna be like, what the fuck? There's
really
going to be a paternity test need to be slapped on this kid.
It's really weird when you have like the cutscenes. Because, like, the other people can skip them.
Yeah.
And so they can walk around and stuff and fuck around. And so you'll see them in the cutscenes. And, like, kind of breaking the meta. But it's also kind of funny at the same time.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And so, but yeah, it was good. It was good. It did run into one bug in that game, which was kind of terrifying and upsetting. But, you know, I'm good at finding that shit.
Yeah. Speaking of, did you find any games with bugs this week?
Let me think. I don't think I did. No. Okay, well, kind of. I played 2 games that were little janky, I guess you could say. They're both indie games, so fair enough. So I played these 2 spooky games. One's called Tall Papi. It's a very short indie game. It's a funny, hilarious, spooky game because it is full of jump scares, but they're all like stupid jump scares. I don't know how else to describe it other than you just have to play it because like these cardboard cutouts will like smack you in the face and this ghost is trying to kill you. And the whole game starts out with like, "Hi, honey, I left my purse in the graveyard. Can you go get it for me?" And of course, it's like fucking 2 a.m. whenever you're fucking out and about going and getting your girlfriend's or your wife's purse. And it's like, why the fuck first of all, why are you dating a woman who leaves her purse in the graveyard? Second of all, why the fuck are you getting her purse at 2 a.m? What's wrong with you? And you're like rummaging through like the church, like houses and stuff like that, and like the offices, and trying to find the key, and then you get the keys, and then you break into like all this the stuff, and then finally you get to the graveyard, you grab her purse, and the ghost is chasing you, and you just get in the car, and then you leave. And I'm just like, Jesus fucking Christ. This bitch owes me so much. But it was good. It was stupid. It was cheesy. There's like it's like each section is a level. Yeah, but they're all connected and there's no loading screen between them, obviously.
Ooh, next
but like
gen.
if you try to take something from one of the areas to the next area, it disappears in front of you. And so it's like bananas, and I found these bananas.
I hate that.
I was like carrying the bananas around with me. If there's any game that I could take shit and move shit around, guess who's fucking carrying it everywhere?
I tried in Alan Wake to kick a dumpster through a level and it didn't let me.
That's exactly what happened. So I was carrying my bananas, my possessed bananas, because I would put it on objects and it would just float there. I'm like, the bananas are haunted, ooh! And I was carrying him around, and so I was like, oh, we're going to take the bananas to church. We're going to take it into the church. And then, like, as soon as I got to the church, they just, like, disappeared. I'm like, where did my bananas go?
That happens in Halo Infinite. I tried to, like, bring one of those turret things you can rip off its mount.
Oh, yeah.
And then in the cutscene, it's like, nope, burp, it fell through the elevator I was on.
Oh.
I just kicked it out of my hand because it's like, that's not a cutscene gun. I'm like, fuck.
It's like, fuck
you just watch it fall down. It's kind of funny, but pretty annoying as well.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it was still funny. It was still a good game. Yeah. And I think it's worth a playthrough for 30 minutes. The next one I played was Within Skerry, which is another scary game. Also, why are fucking people fucking weird? So you're a dude, you get on a boat, you go to like this hidden island that politicians and a bunch of other people do creepy weird shit and like have slaves and all this other fucked up shit. Basically, it would be paradise for Jeffrey Epstein if he
oh my God.
wasn't dead. Yeah, it's really fucking weird.
What'd you say this game is called? Within Skerry?
Skerry, Skerry, Skerry.
Oh.
It's no. It just came out like this month. And, but yeah, it is freaky. It's weird. The thing that's scary about this game, you know how there's jump scares in video games? This one does jump scares completely different. So, like, the ghost will appear in front of you, and then it will slowly walk away. And if you go near it, it's going to get you. But it just sits there for a moment staring at you. And you're like, what the fuck do I do? Is it going to get me? And then it just like, it'll walk away. Or like, it's so fucking weird how it's done. And yeah, it scared the fucking pee out of me a lot. There's a couple of different endings. I got a really fucked up ending. And it was like down to 2 choices at the very end. It's not a very long game. It's meant to be played through in one playthrough, like a lot of these indie games are. So like there's no save. Well, there's like save points while you're playing, but as soon as you like beat the game, you have to start over.
Yeah.
So, my only complaint with a lot of the games that I've been playing lately is it's 2022. I keep saying 2021. It's 2022. And a lot of these new games that are coming out don't have any volume adjustments. Nothing makes me more angry than that, like, fucking
you're playing
shit.
Indie garbage.
I don't know. Project Warlock did that, and I don't think that one is
a fucking
indie-ass
indie game.
It's so weird. It started at like 120%, and it was so fucking loud, and it blew my ears out, and I had to apologize to chat because I was not expecting that. So I did play Project Warlock. I thought it was fine. I was playing it on normal. I didn't want to go hard because I haven't been feeling good. But I thought it was fine. I like the gun mechanics. I like the magic too. So I was playing with like a couple. I like the TNT magic spell. But I will say that some of the bosses are weird. Like I was on the Cthulhu boss, which is like I think the second boss. And I had no idea. They're like, 1 tentacle down. I'm like, I guess I gotta kill all these tentacles and then I kill the boss. And then there was one time where I just ignored it all and just killed the boss. I was like, okay, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought it was good. The music's really good.
Yeah, it's good, but there's like 30 seconds of it.
Yeah, it is. It is very repetitive. But like, if you beat the level in like 2 minutes, it's not so bad.
Yeah, I mean that could be my problem. I'm terrible.
I don't think you're terrible. I think maybe you're just overthinking it. But yeah, I played through that. I'm like halfway through. I was gonna play it today, but I was just so tired. So I think I'm gonna beat it this week.
Yeah.
And then find something new to play next week. I did go back and I beat Thomas Was Alone. That little puzzle game. I literally had 2 minutes. I just couldn't bring myself to beat it that 1 week where I was just so annoyed and so over it. I was just like, fuck this. I was 2 levels away, and I was like, I did the last 2 or 3 levels. I can't remember how many levels it actually was, because there was like 9.9, and I'm like, okay, the next level is 10, and then it doesn't have a name, and it's just the last level to the end.
Oh,
like, that's fucking stupid.
That
anyway,
is weird.
Yeah, I was annoyed. But yeah, I beat that. It was just so repetitive. I think if it was like an hour shorter, it wouldn't have been so bad. Like, there's like this whole part where it like turns into like a second wave of AI, and I think I talked about this already. I think if that second wave didn't happen and it ended where it ended, like where the first AI all like sort of sacrifice themselves, I think it would have been better. But that's just me.
Yeah.
That's just me. So I have 17 games beat so far this year.
Good Christ.
I told you I was going to crank them out very hard in the beginning and then work on the rest of them, the big boys. I want to beat Dying Light. I'm getting further in that. So that's the last game I played.
Are you liking that?
I do. I do like it actually quite a bit. Okay. I stopped fucking around and doing stuff. So I was playing this through with my roommate Zach, and we were playing together. And then we came to like an impasse, and I'm like, you want to go with those fucking fascist PKs? He's like, they're not fascists. He's like, they're just orderly. And I'm like, fuck those guys. And so he's like, well, you want to go with the hippies? And I'm like, yeah, I want to go with the dirty hippies.
Okay.
And so we're like, okay, if we want to play together, we'll play together. But I think we're going to do the story like alone. So yeah, we I was all like, okay, bye. So I think I'm like way ahead of him in the story now. But yeah, it's the story's okay. I will say this, it's interesting. What you can and cannot do with the people, and
what? Hold on, what?
Well, you give away territories and stuff as you like gain control of them from like bandits and stuff like that, or like restore them from the zombies. Oh, I
thought you were talking about like romanceable NPCs or something.
Oh God, could you imagine?
In a post-apocalyptic game,
the world is dying and you may turn into a Zed any
dirty
day.
Newspapers.
Oh God, God, could you imagine the smells? That's my thing. If it's the end of the world. Oh, God, just get rid of my... I'm going to cauterize my nose so I don't have to smell anybody's fucking dirty mouth or dirty anything.
That's a good point. Oh. Yeah.
It's the end of the world. Anyway, so those are the games that I played this week. It was a good week.
That's awesome.
I need to beat a couple more, though, before the end of the month.
Yeah, you're pretty behind.
Which is next week. I know, a fucking amateur
keep in mind, it's a short month, so give yourself some.
No, I gotta beat 3 more.
All right, fair enough. Play your garbage with no sound quality settings.
Fair.
Or volume,
okay,
whatever so I'm not listening.
Anyway, so one of the things I do want to bring up to our viewers, our listeners.
Mm-hmm. Well, sometimes they watch every 100 episodes.
Yeah. Every 100 episodes when we actually decide to do it. We should do another live one again soon.
Yeah,
maybe when I'm feeling a little better. But if you guys have any questions for me and Portz that you want us to like discuss, or like anything that's happening in the news cycle that you guys would like us to go further into detail, please send them to us. You can send them to Portz. You can send them to me. It doesn't matter. We love like deep diving in that shit. This is one of our passions. I think we can easily say that. Like, video games are definitely our passion.
Oh, yeah.
So we live for this shit.
It's
we live.
Literally the one thing I would never tire of doing or talking about.
Exactly.
My friends talk to me about being in a video game slump. I literally have never fucking had that happen.
I get burnout from games.
I get burnout from specific games, but there's no chance I would burn out so hard I wouldn't want to play another game. There's many periods where the only game I was playing was Dota, and that was unhealthy. But I would just switch to another game. Like, they're so different. Like, playing Dota is nothing like playing Mass Effect.
Yeah.
That's nothing like playing Lost Ark. Like, there's just so much out there. I don't understand people who don't have a video game to play. I'm not shitting on you for it. I'm sure maybe somebody listening has had this happen to them. But for me, I just don't have it in me, I think, to get in a true video game slump where I don't know what to play. Sometimes there's too much, and I get overwhelmed, and I just watch TV. I'm just like, I could play this or this or this. I don't know. And then I get, I take a little nap, adult nap. But then I come back because I dreamt about, fucking some other video game. Yeah. Or I mean, maybe I'll start feeling guilty about not finishing a lake, and I'll go play that. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Frank's gambling problem, and I need to know. God damn it, Frank. Get your shit together. It's those loot boxes. Goddamn loot boxes. He's playing a gotcha game. It's gotcha game. Okay, so news time. Okay. We're going to start with something a little bit different because the news this week was kind of weird. Oh. It sucked. So I'm going to take a little bit... Send us your uplifting video game news, people, because I'm tired of this shit. Bunnies. Well, it's not like that. It was just like there wasn't much going on, which is probably a good thing because if there's too much going on, it's like Bobby fucked something. He stuck his dick in a fucking tailpipe or something. I don't know. Anyway, so outside of video games, but still game-related news. Have you seen the Cuphead show yet? I'm just thinking of Bobby fucking things. How dare you do this to me? Couch cushions, fucking public libraries. The library? Why the library? Why would you do that to the book? It's an innocent place that's good. And he fucks up things that are good, Just Bobby helping the side of the library. He's got a trench coat on and he's just like eagerly, and that stupid gremlin face of his. He opens his trench coat and he's like, what? I'm trying to get it up. He's got like... My job is very stressful right now. Sorry, what's going on? Have you seen Cuphead? The transition to end all transitions. Yeah, I think I saw Bobby's dick in one. Dead. Okay. Next time I'm offered cream and sugar, I am turning it down. Oh, God, no. Would he put it inside the cup part of the cup or the mouth since they've added mouth? It's really weird because don't they drink themselves at some point in the game? I guess I have no idea. So the only interaction I've had with Cuphead is laughing at the guy who couldn't finish the tutorial that I think wrote for IGN at the time. Yeah, he wrote for IGN. And then... Or was it Mecha? Mecha... Fuck. I don't even know what that is. The fucking one that was like predatory on like a lot of video game content creators. Oh, really? Ew, I don't think I heard about that. Like Donkey worked for them, Pyro, a few others. Machinima? Anyway, no, it wasn't. No, yes! They weren't putting out video game reviews at that time, were they? I don't know. Maybe not anymore because they're so Maybe old he also worked there. Like... I don't know. I'm pretty sure it was a freelance article. He wasn't like an in-house editor. It doesn't really matter. The point is, I don't know shit about Cuphead except I like the way it looks and sounds. That's it. Mm-hmm. I think. Yeah, I don't know how he fucked up that tutorial because it's stupid easy. He also, by the way, I saw this is on my head, on my brain because somebody I saw a retweet of somebody talking about him again, and they were like, "Keep in mind, this is the same guy who wrote Mass Effect 3's review, and he didn't know about leveling or upgrading your gear at all." Does this dude not actually like play fucking games? Put out an apology about that. Jesus Christ, what a mess. What a fucking mess. Anyway, I need to watch the show. I tried watching Arcane and I didn't get into it, but I was going to ask you if you've seen Cuphead. Yeah, I know. I watched the first episode. Zach gave me a lot of shit already. I don't know. Yeah, I'll try he didn't do it on this podcast. I have to defend that incredible TV show live instead in front of a studio audience.
live in front of our studio audience.
Yeah.
This is where you put in the canned laughter.
Thanks for sitting there, by the way, Mom. It's really nice of you.
You're doing so good, son.
I don't think your laughter is coming out of your mouth, though. You're opening your mouth. Oh, you're horrified. Okay. Yeah, I don't know anything about it. Are they going
the Bobby jokes?
Yeah, it's true. She left hours ago. I don't know. Which direction have they taken this? Do you know? Is it like for kids or is it like an adult?
I have no idea.
Show? Okay.
I think it's going to be adult themed.
Yeah, because no kid can fucking play that game.
Oh, God. Yeah, no. That game's fucking brutal. Brutal. But yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm going to maybe
I'll
sit
probably
down
watch
and try
it.
to watch
I'll probably
it this
watch
week.
it.
Yeah.
We started Game of Thrones this weekend.
Oh.
So we are not going to watch anything else for quite some time, probably.
Do you know anything about this series?
I mean, I know it was very popular, and people wouldn't shut the fuck up about it for 8 years.
Fair.
Yeah, I do remember that quite a lot. A lot has been spoiled for me, but I don't remember any of it. Not a word.
Just don't get attached.
Which is great.
That's all.
I'm fine with
attached.
I'm fine with whatever happens. I don't give a shit.
Okay.
It's good right now. It's fine.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
But
anyway, Cuphead.
yes.
Yeah, I'll probably watch that too.
Cuphead.
Why not?
Okay, good. What about the Uncharted movies? Apparently that did really well this week.
I heard that it did really well in the box office, but real bad with reviewers, which I mean, does any movie what are the movies that get really well reviewed other than like Dune? You know, like I feel like all movies are pretty much ass, like compared to because it's like what? There have been like 20 good movies in the last like 20 years if you listen to fucking Rotten Tomatoes, you know? It's like that can't be your fucking standard for watching movies.
Yeah, that's a good point. Do you think you'll go see that in theaters? It's got
in
baby
theaters?
Tom
I mean,
Holland.
I like theaters. It's my preferred way to watch movies, but we really wanted to go watch The Matrix, and we didn't make that happen, so I kind of doubt it. Yeah.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
I'm not so into Uncharted that I would probably go out of my way. I do like Tom Holland. I like Mark Wahlberg, but I think those roles don't really seem right for them.
It seems very weird. A very weird combo, honestly.
Yeah. I'm curious, though, because I like them.
Yeah.
Like Tom Holland obviously was like, according to social media, very, around, what's his name? I was going to say Nathan Fillion, but that is not true. The voice actor, fucking Nolan North.
Yeah.
So that's cool that he has like his embrace or whatever.
He's a Tachi.
Yeah.
He's
what about
a Tachi.
You? Have you played the Uncharted games?
No, I haven't played any of the Uncharted games.
Yeah, so I've played one.
A lot of people play them.
And I like it a fucking lot, but I don't know. It's just it's a console game. I haven't put aside the time to be away from my computer.
Nice. Yeah. I mean, you got that addiction. It's fine. It's understandable. But what about a BioShock movie?
No, thank you.
What? Really?
Abso-fucking-lutely not.
I don't think it's gonna happen.
No fucking snowball's chance in Satan's butthole that movie's any good. In any reality. Infinitely.
So
you could do the Doctor Strange looking at it 18 billion times. It doesn't matter. It's never gonna come out good.
Yeah, it got announced again. There's no writer, no film director on it this time. Last time Take-Two tried, they had the Pirates of the Caribbean director on it. But as soon as he started writing stuff down, it needed to be rated R, and then it was gonna have an insane budget. And Take-Two
should be rated R. What the fuck?
It should be rated R, which is fucking weird.
They're already fucking up. You kill little girls in that game, motherfuckers. Well, you can't.
Yeah, you eat them.
It's one of the choices you can do.
Yeah, it's one of the choices.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't need a fucking BioShock movie because if I want to experience BioShock again, I'll fucking play BioShock.
It's such a good game.
I just don't understand how a movie's going to make it better.
Yeah, I found out who did the voice acting for that. I can't say his name. Armenian Sherman or Sherman. I can't remember his last name. He did Quark from Star Trek.
I don't know what that is.
You don't know who Quark is in Star Trek?
I'm not a Star Trek guy.
Anyway, it's so weird to see him as Quark and like hear him talk as that, and then imagine him do Andrew Ryan. But yeah, I don't think he could pull off Andrew Ryan. I was trying to think of who would be a good actor for Andrew Ryan.
Well, it's never going to be the voice actor. We know that because even from a game that has voice actors for the same characters, they didn't bring them into the animated fucking show. They hired goddamn Troy Baker instead.
Yeah.
Who did a great job. But fucking, I mean, and I'm not talking about BioShock. I'm talking about fucking Dota right now. Because they have voice acting in the goddamn game. And they didn't use those people again. What the fuck? They're voice actors. They can fucking do it.
I don't know. Yeah, it's fucking weird. The whole thing is fucking weird. Yeah. The whole industry.
Yes.
Anyway, enough about movies, about video games. Let's talk about actually some video games. Dota. Are you ready?
Dota? Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
What? You've piqued my interest.
Yeah, I thought you would like that we would talk about the 1.31 patch dropping in the few days. And I was going to ask you, are you ready to cut your addiction for your next edition?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fully ready.
How do you feel about techie rework? Because this was my
I hope the rework is to remove them out of the game. That would be my preference. I'm sure it's echoed by many.
Yes.
But actually, this patch, there's been way worse problems. So whatever they do, I don't care.
Oh, okay.
I just want things to be mixed up. And the exciting thing about when this patch comes out is we're still in the middle of a league. So we're going to have to play a fresh patch. And it's going to be who can figure out the patch the fastest. And I'm excited for everything to hinge on our ability to do that.
The pure panic of your guys'
There's the wildness. That's what I love about Dota patches. I wish they happened 10 times more frequently.
How often does a Dota patch happen?
A big patch is like 4 to 5, 6 months if they're really lazy.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is it. It's been a while. I don't know when the last one was, but they're pushing it right now. Like OD Meteor Hammer has been a problem for a long time.
Yeah, they didn't really mention what they were gonna change.
No,
or
they
like
never
actually do. Any information.
They never do until the giant list of changes comes out, and then everyone waits and watches Purge's fucking 17-hour video explaining all his thoughts that are totally wrong. Because he's just doing it in the moment.
He's just like fucking saying whatever's on his head.
Yeah,
Alex
I mean,
Jonesy.
but it's entertainment. I take it as entertainment. Some people take it as patch analysis, but it's like, he just got it. He's reading it live. There's no analysis happening. It's just reaction. Which is fine. I love it too. I watch the stream. It's great. But don't apply that in your fucking pubs, you animals.
Well, I mean, people.
I mean, you can try, but don't take it as word. There's people still trying to do what he was talking about on the first day, like 3 months later. It's insane. Like, go watch a more recent fucking patch update.
Get your shit together. Yeah, exactly. So the only reason why I brought this up because it was trending on Twitter. Techies were trending on Twitter, and I was just lapping it up because I fucking hated Techies back in the day.
Uh-huh.
Because he's just a fucking piece of shit, and I fucking hate him.
I've played one game of Techies, and that hero
piece of shit?
Is like playing no other heroes. It is an anomaly in Dota 2. You sit around and don't have to do anything that you normally have to do as a support. You just sit around fucking bombing the places you think people are going to go, but not places they would expect you to have bombs.
Yeah.
Most people skip that second part and they just put them in the most obvious places and they get the award, and it's not a hero. If he's on your team, he's going to be a big problem for you. If he's on the other team, he's probably going to be a big problem for you as well. It's great. There's never been a more divisive hero in Dota. Or
What's his
any
ult?
MOBA, I'm pretty sure.
Does he still suicide?
Yeah, it's not his ult, though. His ult is to lay down a fucking sign that hides his mines, even if you have true sight.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
When I played back in the World of Warcraft days, this is how long ago you could tell I played Dota, because that was his ult. He would just like charge you, and you would see him coming through the creeps, and you're like, no, fuck, shit. He's slightly faster.
You know what's great? He can do that at level 1 now if he wants.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. What the hell? What's wrong with you, Val? Why would you do that? You monsters!
Yup.
Anyway.
It's like a 7-second silence. Denies yourself. You get a free respawn. You didn't lose any gold. It's insane.
It's so fucking stupid. I hate it. I hated it. He would do the shooter's level 6 hit. You would just see him walking through the creeps at you. You're just like, no, please, God. Please. And you're begging. And it's you because you're the squishy and he's coming at you. And you're like begging your friend in the lane. And you're like, please just kill him.
Yep.
Diving the tower for you.
So times haven't changed. Let's see how they do this patch.
Yeah, I was watching the people freak out on Twitter about a Dota character. It is really good.
Very unusual for them to highlight a hero ahead of the patch. So
yeah.
I am very interested to see what's going on with that.
Yeah. Okay, I have to make a small announcement in the middle of this podcast. This is how tired I was. I've been wearing my shirt backwards, and I've been wondering why it's been like so close to my neck this entire day.
Like, my shirt is strangling
and
me.
then I just finally looked. It's been on backwards. I streamed for 4 hours today with my shirt on backwards. Anyway, I'm gonna skip the next thing that I brought up. It's just about Minecraft 1.19 dropping soon, but.
Yay.
I do want to get into... Yeah. Who gives a shit about my shit?
Probably. Yeah, do you have any,
Horizon?
RuneScape news?
You like that? You like your Dota segment?
Actually, tomorrow's their 9th anniversary. Happy birthday, old school RuneScape.
Happy birthday, old school RuneScape. You're old, just like me.
It's so funny that the old version, like the new old version of it, is now fucking almost a decade old. That's how long these motherfuckers have been living in nostalgia. These motherfuckers being me as well.
Yeah. Yeah, you. Okay. So, Horizon Zero Dawn had a lot of stuff come out because it came out last week, right?
Yeah, I'm not touching that game.
You're not touching it at all?
They gave her a beard. Disgusting.
Oh my God, shut the fuck up! That's how you could tell those fucking
the tweet's roasting that motherfucker.
Oh my God.
Give me life. It was so good.
It was so good. So good. Fuck. That guy's never been around a human. Like, he's never been around another human.
In case you guys didn't see it, there's no chance you didn't, by the way. If you saw that and you know about our podcast, there's the Venn diagram is one circle. Yeah. So, I don't even have to explain it. But basically, they had a screenshot, I guess. Was it out of the trailer? Maybe? I don't know. But she had that, mammal fuzz that literally everyone has. And they circled it, and I'm like, why the fuck did she have a beard? It's like under different light. If it was just zoomed out slightly, you wouldn't see it. And that's what told everyone that this guy has never been that close to a lady before.
Or anybody, probably. Jesus
Anyone.
Christ.
Yeah. Even their own mother.
His mother doesn't hug him, obviously. Poor bastard. Anyway, so besides that shit show of that virgin being on the internet,
virgins, they're on there. I've seen them.
Yeah, this game is getting review bombed on Metacritic, and part of it is because like a lot of people are being fucking satire-y like that, where they're just being like, "Oh, Aloy has a beard," But so I found this because of a very Sony friendly website, and they're like, it's being review bombed for no reason. But me actually looking into it, I don't think a lot of these are invalid complaints. And I'm gonna kind of get into it. A lot of people did bring up them reusing assets, but the more I looked into it, I could kind of understand their reasoning. So a lot of people have been complaining about stupid shit, like I said. One of the things that a lot of people that have been complaining that I think is valid is they don't think the story's as good. And they say Aloy is very awkward in her dialogue and a lot of other stuff. Now, one thing I do see some good arguments and, like I said, some terrible arguments, like the reuse stuff. So both people have been arguing the thing about reused assets. Now, I think I'm going to make an argument that I never thought I would make for Sony. I think Sony put a crunch on the studio with this game. So let me put this in perspective. Horizon Zero Dawn, the first game, came out in 2017. That took 7 years to develop. Horizon Forbidden West was announced in 2020. It got delayed, but it came out in 2022. So if they started it while they were in tandem making the first game, they still didn't have a lot of time.
Yeah.
So it makes sense to why a lot of stuff was reused. They said, I asked a few people that are playing it. They're like, yeah, I see a lot of the same characters or the same NPCs and stuff like that. But they're still having a good time. So, but that's been a lot of people's complaints. It's like same animations, same NPCs, same look. It still looks good because the game looked good before. Mm-hmm. So they're like, oh my god, this game is so beautiful. Yeah, it looked good and beautiful fucking 4 years ago when it first came out.
Yeah.
So I think they were forced to put into this crunch time. Now, the game does leave off in a section. It does conclude its story and stuff like that, but it also leaves it open to create the sequel, which is why we have Forbidden West. Should games like this do that? I mean, obviously I think they should, because it's a good way to, like, you know, continue the story, put out more content. But I think they got fucked by Sony here, where they just got crunched. They literally got crunched. Because, like, we had no idea this was going to come out. Because when did it get ported to the PC? 2019?
I think it was a year or two later, yeah.
Yeah. And then literally it got announced around the same, like, maybe like 6 or 7 months later, the next one was coming out. So.
Yeah, video games have often held the 2-year video game cycle, but now that games, I mean, are just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. These big open world games take, you know, GTA amounts of time, like 6 plus years.
Yeah.
And yeah, if we're gonna demand that they release sooner, I don't think gamers really call for that. I mean, some of them do for sure. But
right.
The industry as a whole, my notion, and the one that I've seen echoed, at least in my own, I guess, echo chambers, has been make the game good. That's all. I'll play some other shit in the meantime, and you just do what you got to do. Now, I understand it's a lot riskier and more expensive to spend that long making a game, but these games blow shit out of the water, like God of War, like all the shit, the quality.
Even the first game, it was amazing. It just like sideswiped everybody. No one was expecting it from the studio.
Yeah.
And I think they were expecting that same thing, but because of like crunch and like everything, I don't know. Like, I feel sort of bad because it is getting review bombed, but a lot of the people, these complaints I think are valid, because is it getting review bombed because it's not innovative enough? Are we not used to like if you think about games like The Witcher's like a perfect example. Between each sequels, you see the progression and how much better the game gets. But as we get like less and less time between games now, because games do take GTA amount of time, I think people aren't used to that, and they were expecting something brand fucking new and like a whole new experience, and they just got basically Horizon Zero Dawn 1.5.
How do we solve that problem? Because both of those kinds of games exist, right? We're going to have the Witchers that take their time and make a brand new game. And then there's other ones that you get a little quicker, and it has, you know, some of the same. Let's say Far Cry.
Right.
That shit hasn't changed since 3.
No.
Where's the upset? Why aren't we upset about this? Because we already know. Once the 3rd game of this comes out and it's the same fucking shit, maybe everyone will calm down. I don't know. But
I don't know.
I don't like that kind of shit, the repetitive shit. I used to love it. I used to play every Assassin's Creed, and now I'm like, I'll play one every 4 years. Because every year is too much. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, we're going to have both types of games, but I guess it's just hard when it's early in that cycle for them. Like, yeah, they're just going to be making, because no studio is going to announce, like, hey, by the way, don't expect this much from this sequel, because we're just making it kind of iterative and, So, I don't know. I guess just pay attention to how much time they spent on it, I guess.
Right. And I think that's what, I don't know. I think people were expecting like a whole brand new experience with this game, and it's the exact same game as the first ones, like I said. I think some people, this is going to make some people happy, obviously, because they're like, holy shit, more Horizon Zero Dawn. I love the first one. This one should be just as good. But from what my experience with like getting through the critics and like what other people have told me, the story's not as good. But it's probably because, again,
I don't know who these people are that think the story in that game was good.
I like the first one.
I didn't get very far.
Well, you also had the problems with the thing.
I did. But there's so many characters in that game that you interact with like it's a fucking MMO. Like, I just could not give a fuck about most of the characters in that game. Also,
okay,
every like conversation I had, like Aloy came off like kind of a bitch. Like,
She's awkward. She's awkward as fuck.
Even if my dialogue thing was like, be as nice as possible, she's like, fine, I'll do it. And you're like, whoa, god damn. We're gonna be nice.
We're supposed to be nice.
Got the biggest prehistoric rock on her shoulder. Well, not prehistoric, I guess. Pre-post.
Post-apocalyptic.
They look like cave people, but then there's cyborgs, so it's kind of confusing.
Well, it's because they blasted themselves back to the past.
Yeah, see, I didn't pay attention to the story. Also, I mean, yeah, I was plagued by technical issues. I couldn't get the beard on Aloy to show up, so I was kind of upset.
There has been like a funny slot thing where people have been showing the customization, and there's like a beard section now and stuff with the game. So,
but wasn't that a joke? Somebody photoshopped.
Yeah, it was a joke. It was a joke.
But it's not in the game.
Great, honestly.
That'd be insane if it was in the game.
Oh
that
my
would
God.
be that guy who made that meme. If that made it in the game, he didn't make a meme. He became a meme. But
he became the meme.
He would never forget that. I mean, probably still, but goddamn.
Yeah.
Did you beat the first game?
I did. I did beat the first game.
God
we
damn.
beat that on stream. It was good.
I have a weird thing with like interacting with things that aren't like, I don't like the cyborg creature things. I just don't find it engaging trying to take them down and stuff. It's literally purely based off the aesthetic. Like, if it was a cougar, like a real one, that would be more interesting to me. I don't really know what that is.
They explain why they're animals and why they look like that.
That's fine. Yeah. I'm glad it exists in the lore. I'm just saying purely aesthetically. I'm not saying they didn't earn it or anything like that. I just don't. It didn't.
You don't want to murder robots?
No, it feels empty. I need to take a life.
I need to murder something. Yeah. Shit.
There's no beating heart. What's the fucking point? It's like, god damn, I just kicked the vacuum. Who cares?
My fucking sociopath is showing. The last thing I want to bring up, and you liked it on Twitter, was so Capcom did announce their next Street Fighter game.
Speaking of meme images.
Speaking of meme images, I don't know if this is real or not. Is it?
With the thing I liked, yes, it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
oh my
God! I watched that trailer. That shot is in it.
I didn't
look. Lingers.
I didn't want to look. I was
lingers.
scared. It lingers on his cock.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's slow. Moves up,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it doesn't. It doesn't hold or freeze there, but it does present. I'll say.
This is how you know I'm sick, because I wasn't looking. So it starts out with Ryu's his like chancla. And slowly goes up Ryu. But the thing that everybody's focusing on is
his moist feet?
Not his moist feet and not his feet pics that he's going to sell on OnlyFans. Maybe it's the other thing that he can sell on OnlyFans. But there's a package in a certain area. It's just his cock. Okay, look. There's no way to politely put this. It is fully there and it is fully outlined. And it's like, why?
Hanging out there.
It is fully hanging out. Like, looks like they went for realism in this Street Fighter for some reason.
Realism and he's not taking steroids, if you know what I mean.
That was their focus. It's like the guy who focused on the horse testicles in Red Dead Redemption. Like, who are you and why? Who hurt you? Like,
look, he's just doing his job. A damn good one, I might add.
A very good one.
This is like those butt shots from Nier Automata where
the two booty.
Yeah, when you're climbing up a ladder, it's like you literally, the camera's locked to an ass shot.
If you try to zoom in and you try to get under her skirt, there's an achievement for that.
Yes.
For being a perv.
I didn't get that. Trust me.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I didn't get it. I had no idea. Achievement? I didn't know.
Oh, okay.
Wait, you play as a girl? Didn't even notice. I was too focused on the action. Huh. Weird.
Oh my fucking God. You're so focused on Adam and Eve.
Yeah.
Their fucking cutscenes. Oh my God. They're so fucking, those 30 FPS cringy.
No, you know what really got my gears in gear? That's not the saying. Fuck. Was the robots crying over the babies. That was
the robots having sex and eating each other out. Holy fuck, I forgot about that. Now it's all coming
a fucking
back.
Robo orgy. And then the babies pop out immediately.
God fucking damn it. Anyway,
this cannot continue. They're fucking right. It's horrible.
I forgot about that. Jesus Christ. Anyway, that's it for the news. Go watch the trailer of Ryu's cock, I guess, if you want to see it. Or not. I'm sure it's not going to be unavoidable if you're on Twitter. Also, don't forget to send us your fucking questions, please. And thank you, and I love you.
Video game questions.
Please.
Deep personal questions. We'll give advice. I would love to do that. Every podcast gives advice. I'll do it.
Are we going to turn into the next Joe Rogan about video games?
What
if we give bad advice on video games?
Well,
it's medical advice.
I mean, we're on pirate ship, right? So.
Yeah, exactly.
What are they going to do? Shut down Anchor? Actually, Anchor would kick us off immediately. They'd be like, well, they don't bring any money. What the fuck?
It's like, fuck these nerds.
We're just handing out. We're getting handouts, you know? We're on podcast food stamps right now.
So you better share us with your friends, please.
Yes. Exactly.
Also, don't forget
the more you share us, the more free shit we get, which is just bandwidth hosting.
Yeah, it's bandwidth hosting. Don't forget to follow us on Twitch and Twitter at The Real Portz and Evil Space Bunny. And, yep.
That's right. We were trying to end the podcast. Sorry.
Oh, no, that's fine. We could keep going. We could keep rambling.
No, let's cut it right there. Right goddamn there.